Triple H, you are 1 second away from me coming up to Greenwich, Connecticut, Stamford, Connecticut, wherever WWE headquarters is located, from a WWE style pro wrestling ass whooping. I'm sorry, you two, for cursing, but this is the frustration that I have with this booking. The booking is inconsistent. How we go from a high of high in SummerSlam where we had moments after moments after many moments to a Debbie Downer in Raw. How? I just want to know how. This episode gets a 6 out of 10 easily. Nothing important happened except for them building up to Clash in Paris. So we're going to go through the rundown of everything that happened tonight. And I have a message for Bronson Reed because ain't no way you jack Roman Reigns' shoes twice. Somebody has to stop this man from jacking shoes. Somebody needs to, and I don't know who is it, but the fact that Roman Reigns' shoes is getting jacked twice by a man that WWE really hasn't even taken serious. They've been focusing on Braun Breaker. The fact that this tribal thief is taking shoes now. What is wrong with you, Bronson Reed? See, stop immediately. But that's no here or there. Get down to the run because Raw absolutely sucked tonight. So, first match we got, well, it wasn't a match. The visionary, the new world heavyweight champion, Seth Rollins, and his squad comes out. Seth Rollins talked about the plan about not WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and how did everything go together, and who he told. He said there's two people that he told about this. He told his Oracle and Paul Heyman and his wife and Becky Lynch. But he also said on a Rich Eisen show that his daughter knew about it too, and a preschool teacher. But we gotta keep things in kayfabe, right? So let's keep it in kayfabe. He said he told two people, but in reality, he told more than two people. But that's the interesting part is that Bronson Reed didn't know about this and Braun Breaker didn't know about this. So I want to see how they develop on this story because if they don't do nothing, Triple H, you will be considered the biggest fall of a booker in modern history. And that is saying a lot considering how Vince McMahon booking was absolute total trash the last few years. So that's saying a lot. So you better build upon that, Triple H. I'm warning you. But he talks about how he told two people in kayfabe, but in reality, he told two more other people. I don't know. But after that, LA Knight, no, I'm sorry. Before LA Knight comes out, he talks about well, first Paul Heyman was introducing the future and this and that. But after that, Seth said what he said, and then the group's name is finally here, and it's called The Vision. I said in the last video that they trademarked the name The Vision, so Seth Rollins' new group is called The Vision. LA Knight comes out, and he brings up some good points. He said, Seth, I don't want to come out here and fight you. I don't want to come out here and, destroy you. But he said a lot of people have questions that needs to be answered. He said, you have the money in the bank briefcase. Why would you need a fake injury? Why would you need a fake injury knowing you had that briefcase? Good point. Because he could have cashed in at any time, any moment. He didn't need a fake injury. That's what he did. And Seth took up a little bit of offense to what he said. And I forgot what he said specifically, but overall, LA Knight's main point in this poem was I beat you. I pinned you, and he said, I was the last person that pinned you, and I'm going to be the next person that pinned you. So in reality, I should get a shot at the World Heavyweight Champion. Seth Rollins gazed up the crowd and saying, I want this match, this and that. And he told LA Knight no. Von Breaker was doing the little LA Knight pointing because he was laughing at Seth. And then Adam Pearce come out. And this is probably the most pissed off I've seen Adam Pearce in a long time on television. But he basically said, you lied to my medical team, you lied to me. Just clearly you didn't even have an injury, but no doctors, no nothing. He said, you know what? The idea of things being normal are no more. He said, usually I don't give out heavyweight championships on a Monday Night Raw. But because Seth, you lied to me, you lied to my medical team, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give LA Knight the World Heavyweight Championship match, and then I'm going to and it's going to be tonight in Brooklyn. And then he added a stipulation that the rest of the members of the Vision and the Bonbons are banned from ringside. So we get that impromptu oh god, impromptu. But we get the main event later on tonight. LA Knight, Seth Rollins Heavyweight Championship. Then the next thing that happened, I don't even want to go in order. It's really nothing happened tonight. But the next thing that happened was Sheamus and Rusev fighting their little third match. And trust me, this is one of the best brawls you will see. Now, I understand punches are fake, but they made us engage. They kept balling all around the backstage, all around the arena, and now we're going to get a fourth. Now we got to get a fourth match. I assume a stipulation because they've been using uh steel steps, chairs, whatever you think of. They were just balling all over the arena. So expect the fourth match at Clash in Paris. I'm guaranteeing that. Then, um, after that, we get a back. I want to say a backstage segment. If I'm tripping, maybe I'm wrong. We get a little backstage segment with Dominic Mysterio, the Judgment Day, and Dominic uh gazing up how he beat old man AJ Styles, and he's still the best Intercontinental Champion of all time. Then, um, Judgment Day, Roxanne and Raquel, they're sad from. Um, Sorry, they're sad from losing the tag title. Finn is hyping up Dominic. Then Dragon Lee and LWO. So the LWO, Dragon Lee and uh, Joe Queen Wild, and I don't care who they are. They're jobbers. But they met with them in the locker room or backstage where the locker room was. And Dominic, and we get basically an impromptu match between Dominic Mysterio and Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee was a talented wrestler, but we knew who was winning that match. So after that, uh, I forgot the whole thing. The show was just automatically boring. So if I go out of order, I apologize. After that, we get uh we get the backstage coming out with Alexa. No, that did not happen. Uh, okay, we just gonna go in that order. So, and then later on during the commercial break, Naomi came out and cut a promo on Stephanie Valkyrie, but the uh, promo got cut off. So then next we get a backstage segment with um the Kabuki Warriors and Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, and Rhea Ripley comes up and said, "Io, I know you got a title shot and I should be the women's world champion. I don't like that you got basically me and then like the EO went behind her back and got a title shot. And EO response was, I got one because I didn't get in that coming frame. So we knew EO and Naomi was happy, we just didn't know when. So basically they're teasing that Rhea can't beat Io, and that's Rio's goal now to beat Io Sky. So then after that, we get a little backstage where Alexa and Shaw coming out, and boom, they got interrupted by freaking Sheamus and Rusev fighting. They just keep fighting. And then they come outside and they cut one of the most boring promos you will see. Like, what the promo was that? You see, closer to the end of the show, there's nothing happening. The tag team match happened, and we knew who was winning. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. So we can move on. Then uh, then Naomi, I don't think that happened next, but then Naomi gets a backstage interview because her promo got cut off during the commercial break for people that had VPNs. So she gets an interview with, I think Brandon Saxon was interviewing her, and she basically said that next week, Io and her are going to face off for the Women's World Champion. Stephanie comes in saying what she had to say. Her English is getting better. Still needs a lot to work on, but she said English isn't her first language, so I can't really bash her. But After that, we get an interview with Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn talks about, the past carrying call. But Sami Zayn's main goal is to get the World Heavyweight Champion. It's just that simple. That's what he wants. He wants to do it the right way. The good, tushy guy, Sami Zayn, wants to do things the right way. I wish Cody Rhodes can stop being that too. But that's no here and there. But then Sheamus and Rusev pushed Sammy out the way while they were brawling, and Sammy getting his nose in people's business for whatever reason that does not involve you, Sammy. He got punched. Good for him. That means stay out of the business. And then next week we get Sammy versus Rusev for what? Nothing. But because Rusev hit Sammy, because he got his way, we getting that matchup. So after that, then this is one of the best parts of the night. So, there's a Twitter guy by the name of a newsletter by Corey underscore Hayes. I forgot his name, so I do apologize for that. He reports that Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch are expected to have a rivalry. Now, first reading at that, I didn't care. Why is Becky Lynch lowering herself for Nikki Bella? Nikki Bella is a veteran too. She doesn't need the IC title, but they're giving a new opponent for Becky. And I'm be honest, the beginning of the promo when both of them was talking was nothing. And then it got good and got personal. Nikki Nikki Bella kind of takes a shot at her and Seth's subtly, and and then Becky took Nikki by saying, "Wait, we the most powerful couple, me and my husband, which is Seth Rollins, of course, and we're the greatest power couple of all time." And then she said, "Oh, it used to be you, and supposed to be you, and you can't see him no more." And Nikki couldn't even say a word after that. She was it was so hard for Nikki to even respond to it, but she couldn't even say a word after that. And then Nikki challenged Becky for the IC title, which is a bad response. She got cooked so bad that was the next thing she could have did was challenge for the IC title. So what happened after that? Becky said, "You want to title up this shot? The reason you're not gonna get a title shot," and then cocked her with the left hand, and Nikki fell down. So I am expecting a Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch title match at Clash in Paris. So I think we already have three matches, in my opinion, planned for Clash in Paris. That's the Raw Women's Champion, that is the Intercontinental title between Becky and Nikki Bella, and then Sheamus and Rusev. I expect to be at Clash in Paris. So I think this one built up three matches, in my opinion. But here we are. We 12 minutes in. We already at the main event. So the main event, the Visionary comes out with LA Knight, the challenger, versus Seth Rollins, the World Heavyweight Champion. LA Knight and Seth Rollins have amazing chemistry. People forget before that little stunt that Steph pulled at Saturday night's main event, the match was getting good. Unfortunately, they had to stop the match, but it was getting good. And this match looked even better than I expected. But long story short, Seth was getting angry. Well, Seth was selling a lot for LA Knight. LA Knight was pulling moves from out of his bag left and right. Some he did before, some he did it. It was a good little back and forth match. But towards the end, Seth was getting frustrated. And Seth uh pulled up the mat. He tried to stop LA Knight, but then CM Punk comes from the crowd, almost botched his entrance because he almost fell off the barricade, beat up Seth Rollins, and then boom, beat up Seth Rollins, and LA Knight was getting pissed off on why he didn't feel my match. Well, LA Knight CM Punk actually is the World Heavyweight Championship match too. It is obligated, but it's not under Triple H rule. He's never obligated to give title rematches. But hey, he should though. So Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker comes out and spears the crap out of CM Punk. LA Knight comes down, trying to fight Braun Breaker. Almost a little botchy scene with Bronson Reed kind of saved both of them from pushing them down, so it looked real when Braun Breaker took LA Knight down, and they got back in the ring. Seth curb stomps both Punk and LA Knight. They was about to go off from Raw until you hear the Tribal Chiefs music and Roman Reigns. And Roman had the upper hand. He Superman punched Braun Breaker. He did something to Bronson Reed. I forgot. I didn't catch it in time. I think he Superman punched Bronson Reed too. But he's about to get in the ring with Seth. Seth was trying to act tough and get in the ring. He got out of the ring, and then he tried to cause a distraction, but Roman saw, took down Braun Breaker. Then Bronson tried to get Roman. He took down Roman, and as he was punching Bronson Reed, Seth comes back in the ring. Curb stomps, Roman Reigns put a little up in that curb stomp. I ain't gonna lie. He put that little up in that curb stomp. So he curb stomp him. They picked up Roman. Braun Breaker spears him into oblivion again. And then uh, Bronson Reed brought back what made him a stronger wrestler was them tsunamis, and he did three tsunamis to break Roman Reigns in half. And Adam Pearce's face was just pissed. Because Seth and this faction are just too OP. There's nobody that can stop them. And it's surprising that Jay didn't come out and fight them after what he did at SummerSlam. So maybe they're teasing Jay's heel turn. I don't know. Maybe they're teasing it as Jay being the fourth guy, but Jay doesn't need to be the fourth guy for this Seth Rollins faction. If this is supposed to be the future of the WWE, you need to get a young guy. Maybe a guy like Austin Theory can benefit from this. But overall, we just went through the rundown for Raw. If I missed anything, I'm sorry, but this Raw sucks. Triple H, you need to be fired. Your booking has been atrocious. Bronson Reed, you need to be stopped. You should not be stealing another man's pairs of Jordan. It's on site. Every time you steal another man's pair of Jordan, somebody needs to stop Bronson Reed immediately. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Go like, share, comment, subscribe if you're brand new. And I'm out, y'all. Good night. And good night. I just realized a couple of things before editing this video. I forgot that Penta faced Grayson Waller tonight in a nothing match. Penta had some cool moments with the little hat that he was carrying that the New Day was wearing. And then, yeah, I'm glad I didn't mention this match for some reason. Dominic Mysterio faced Dragon Lee after, and the ending of this match was complete and utter bullshit. Why is three El Grande Americanos out there? Come on, Triple H. You gotta do better. And I don't think you can do better. But this is just a call for help. You got to do better. There is no way you physically fumble this El Grande Americano gimmick. This gimmick is dead. It's been there since Chad Gable got injured and it needs to go. Stop putting El Grande Americano when you have talent that can be on TV right now. Stop using it. But that is what happened on this episode of Raw. I give this episode a trash 6.5 out of 10, and I'm just being nice about it. It should be down to even lower, but because there was a couple moments on Raw that felt good, the main event kind of it for me. It was trash. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Share, comment, subscribe if you're brand new. I'm out. Good night.